Hi guys, so Target recently announced that they will stop selling breakfast cereal that contains synthetic dyes. So especially the ones with the red, the green, and the blue. This is a huge step in the right direction. It's been a well-known fact over the decades that synthetic dyes in food have been directly linked to hyperactivity and behavioral problems in children. Things like ADHD, anxiety, hyperactivity, aggression, and even depression have been directly linked to this synthetic dyes. So it's a huge win that someone's actually doing something after so many years of this being known. These synthetic food dyes have been directly linked to neurotoxicity and also allergies. The amount of allergies in kids these days is way beyond what kids used to have decades ago. And a lot of it is directly related to what they consume in their food. And synthetic dyes are a big culprit. So I'm so glad that finally someone's doing something. And if you're a parent of a young child, you have to take initiative. You have to take the first step to protect your child, to control what they feed on, because the CDC is not going to do it for you. The government is not going to protect your child for you. The government typically focuses on profits and business and capitalism, and you as the parent have to focus on your child's health. Personally, I do not recommend breakfast cereals at all, period. They have very low nutritional value, and a lot of times, especially the ones that have contain synthetic dyes, they have all these harmful effects. We also have seen a surge in mental health disorder in this current generation, and a lot of it has to do with the food that we are consuming and feeding our kids. So personally, my rule of thumb is that if a food item is not in the form in which it grew up from the soil or from the tree, from the plant, I do not eat it. If it has been altered or grounded or processed in any way, shape, or form, I typically would not consume it or feed it to my kids. I think it's a good rule of thumb to follow to avoid all the processing, the extra sugar, the extra salt, and the extra garbage that is being sold to us. A lot of people think that sometimes what they're eating is healthy, and it's not. Even things like protein bars, people buy these things, some of these things thinking they contain a lot of fiber. Meanwhile, if you look deep into it, there's little or no real fiber in these things. The best way for you to feed yourself and your families is to eat your food or make your food from scratch. It might seem daunting, but it's a very doable thing. You just need to start. First, you need to decide that you're going to do it, and then you get started. And eventually, you figure out the best way to go about it. You figure out the easiest way to, feed your kids more healthy and more delicious meals. In the long run, this will save you a lot of heartache, a lot of money, and will really be best for our society. So I'm glad that someone's making this decision. According to their announcement, by May 31st of 2026, Target will stop selling breakfast cereal that contains synthetic dye. That is a huge win. Join me in this movement to feed yourself and your families healthy foods, because it's better for the society, it's better for everyone. All right, thanks for watching. God bless. So I think it's a good rule.